So I did a painting of what He-Man would look like in his 60s. Not quite. I don't quite remember why, but I did his painting. It's not the best in the world. It's quite rough. But I wanted to use this because of its roughness and because it's not well refined. I wanted to use this to try out a few of the experimental settings in the neural filters, the new neural filters that you can get in the latest version of Photoshop, which is it's part of the generative adversarial networks, if I'm correct in saying that, which is an AI system which is using the data that it's got from lots and lots of portraits, and it's worked out it can recognize faces, but it can also manipulate them as well into basically, it's much more complicated than that, but anyway. So what I've done is I've set up Smart Portrait. It's in filter, neural filters, and it's just click on the beta filters, and in Smart Portrait you just need to turn that on, and I've turned these on. They're currently set to 0, but when I use these, what it's going to do, it's going to reference lots of photos, and it's going to kind of come up with an approximation of what it thinks this should look like if it is happy, surprised, or angry. And I can change these sliders. I've already set this up so it'll be a little bit quicker than it normally is. So if I want it to be happy, I'm going to just turn that on, and there we have it. Now it's starting to get a bit scary. So it's got this teeth here, but I can make these changes, so I can turn it down like this, but I can also just fiddle around with it, and you can see that it's making a difference there. Slightly scary. Now I can do is just change things like surprise, so I can make him more surprised. It's going to recognize and lift the eyebrows, so I'm going to move those up. It's very surprised. And then it's even increased, it's worked out where the eyelids are. And then if we're going to go for anger, I'm going to turn down the anger, so it should relax things a little bit, and just move that up a bit. It started to sort of go a bit funny at the top there, but it's still not bad. And I'm just going to make it more angry. Really, oh, it's outraged. Really outraged. Very outraged indeed. Let's see, just play around with these sliders, and it's not. There you go. Let's turn it down. So it's not. Oh, it's not very happy at all. It's going to start to break there a little bit. So as you can see, although it's not perfect by any means, it's got a few things that it could, that you can change, that need improving, I guess. But considering this is a not brilliant portrait that I have just painted once, the fact that I can take a whole bunch of sliders, and if I just OK that for a second, so if I can just take a whole bunch of sliders and then just generate a new version of it and change the expression is pretty stunning for a start off, for a beta test. So just wanted to share that so everyone can see it, and you can see what the kind of capabilities of this is.